Hello and welcome back to Here We Tow. Today I'm at Maple Leisure Motorhomes near Hull and I'm here to review this. This is the Rapido C55 Night Edition. Now Rapido, not a manufacturer I've done many reviews of before, they're a French manufacturer, and this one here is based on the Fiat. Now the Night Edition is actually a special edition and I'm quite excited to show you around it. So what do we need to know? Well, first of all, the C55, it's available as Night Edition or in their standard models, and C is for their compact range. So if you're looking for a narrower width motorhome, this one might be for you. Let's go through the facts and figures first of all. So the Rapido C55 Night Edition, what do we need to know? First of all, it has 4 travel seats and this is a 3-berth motorhome. Price-wise, this one here at Maple is £90,000. It does have a few additional extras. In terms of what it is built on, it is on the Fiat Ducato. It has the 2.2 litre diesel engine and 140 horsepower as standard. You will get manual transmission as standard, although this one has got the automatic gearbox. In terms of size, it's quite a short motorhome. It's 6 metres and 72 centimetres. It's 2 metres and 17 centimetres in width, and it's 2 metres and 75 in height. So it's what's known as a semi-integrated and a low-profile compact motorhome. Let's make a start at the front. So on Night Edition, we have the Rapido name at the top there in the black lettering. And then you're also going to get the metallic black paint cab on this as well. The new 2025 Fiat front, the Rapido logo badge. And down here we can see these fog lights. These are also an addition on the Night Edition. You'll also know it's Night Edition because it will be embossed here as well, as we can see. Right, let's head off down the near side, offside first of all. So coming down, you're going to get the black alloy wheels on this edition, and we can see the cab here and then the decals and the graphics that are for the 2025 season. Now, because this is a compact motorhome, it's narrower, the benefit is you will get the narrower width wing mirrors as well. They're not coming out quite as far. And what you also see is the bodywork here on the habitation area is almost flush with the Fiat cab. So you haven't got that protrusion there. The benefit of that is if you do drive on country lanes a lot or narrow lanes, you haven't got to worry about an extra 10 centimetres either side sticking out. So that's the benefit there of the compacts. So on the offside, because this is a French motorhome, the habitation door is here, as we can see. You will get an awning light above the door and then this electric step fitted on this model here. We'll go inside and have a look soon. Coming down, there's the further Night Edition embossed on here. There is a vent there, that's for the extractor fan in the kitchen space. And then continuing down, there is a garage door. We'll take a look at the garage on the other side. Now, the rear end on the Rapido C55, you all know I do quite like a nice back end, and this one doesn't disappoint. So let's start at the top. You are going to get a rear view camera, and then you can see the Rapido name again. Coming down, we have Night Edition again embossed here. And then this nice light cluster, we've got the retro circular lights and then this black finish as well. So it complements the back end quite nicely. And again, it's a compact motorhome, so it's got a nice narrower width to it at the back. So that is the rear end. Now the garage. So the garage door, there's one on each side, near side and off side. If we open the near side door, it's a nice fully opening garage door, as we can see here. And there's a full space here for lifting items in as well. Now on the back wall, this is part of the seating and bed area that you can add for that 3rd berth. So you've got the cushions there. There is a light here in the rear garage. You do have some plastic matting here, so you can store items, bikes and what have you in there. 2 leisure batteries on this one fitted, and you can see a good amount of height here because of the layout on this model. So a nice sized rear garage, and again, it's, like I say, it's less than 7 metres long in this motorhome, but a good sized garage. Let me close that up. When you've got the garage door open, there is a little hook here, so you can hold that door open as well so it doesn't blow back. Then we have the vent here for the Truma. Now this motorhome has Truma air-blown heating. It comes standard with the Truma 4, or you can opt for the Truma 6, and that does run off diesel and electric, does the heating system. Then we have our electric hookup point here, so when you're on site you can hook yourself up. Our toilet cassette point, and then here we have our water filling point. Now you have got a really good sized fresh water tank on board the C55, 110 litres of fresh water and 90 litre grey waste tank, so not bad at all. Continuing down, we just see the near side cab here. Right, let's wander around and go and take a look inside the C55. So when you're ready to go in, we open up our habitation door. You will get a blind here for privacy, a concertina style blind, and there's also an electric step that we can see here as well for when we're going to go into the motorhome. So let's go in and take a look. So stepping in, I'll venture into the cab first of all. So we have the Fiat cab. These are the furnishings on this model. We can see the night edition embossment on here and the grey fabrics that we're going to get. The cab, we have the multifunctional Fiat steering wheel, the large Pioneer infotainment system, and as I said, this one is automatic, so the automatic gearbox. You're also going to get air conditioning here in the cab, various other controls. Now this one has got all the Fiat safety features as well, fully laden with those. There's some USB charging points there too. In the cab, you will get blinds on the windows at the side and also across the cab front as well. And then as we go up, there is a huge sunroof. I do like this nice solid sunroof. I'll just stand up. It doesn't open and you can feel that's nice solid glass, and you do get a blind, so you can pull this up for shade as well and privacy on a night time. But I love this, letting lots of light in here. Now, I'll sort of move my way back into the lounge area. So coming back, we have an L-shaped sofa seat. I particularly like this style of layout. Some people prefer dinette. I like this. So there's the bench seat here, and then coming round there's a smaller bench seat here for perching on. Now as I say, this space you can change into a bed for a third berth, so the cushions we've seen. So this is our lounge area. You do get a plug socket down there if you're wanting to do some work. And then coming back up, there's blinds on the windows, and then these sort of drapes. They're not full curtains, they're just sort of drapes there to soften it up. The LED lights, there are USB charging points as well. And then there's also these side lights. These you just touch on and off. So nice lighting in here. I'll open this. You do have a folding table. This will slide to move around. 5 people can actually sit around this table all together, I believe. So not bad if you have friends round. I think it's more than likely this would be a couple's motorhome, but a nice folding table there. And then as we came in the door, what you do get here as well, this flicks up and you can use this as a footrest for when you sat on this seat here. You can use that to put your feet on too. Right, let me just move around here. Now, storage. So there's overhead lockers. We've got 2 of them here. Good height and good depth to them. On the side here, there's a television point, and there's also a bracket here, pre-installed television bracket. This is going to pull and swivel about, so you've got some movement depending on where you sat in the motorhome. So that's our locker storage. There's a speaker under there, and then the lighting here, sunroof. This again has blinds, as we can see. You can open this, we've got a fly screen. You can open that for ventilation as well when we have that warmer weather, which we've got today, which is amazing. Now, we came in our habitation door on the offside. You will find a full-length fly screen here. And where we've come in, you've also got all the control panels for the motorhome, the control for the truma, the water, the battery and the lighting. That's all here. Moving along, now you do get actually a flap that's going to, I'll show you that soon, but there is a flap that's going to attach here. So you're going to have some extra worktop space. That's a bonus because in a motorhome, worktop space is often at a premium. So you're going to have a flap there, and you can always use your table as well as additional worktop space. Now coming across, we have 2 rings here, work off gas. So you can use that for cooking or a kettle if you use a whistling kettle. Kitchen window, again with blinds, and this does open. And then there's an extractor fan with light here above the hob. And if I open these 2 lockers, we have more storage here. That is for the extractor fan, in case you're wondering what that is. But good storage here. They're good depth and height, to be fair. So yeah, like those. Close those up. Above me, there is another sunroof as well. That has a fly screen and a blind. And then coming down here, so what we're going to find in the kitchen is a plug socket. There's also a 12 volt, the light switch. You could put bits and pieces on there. This nice black tap, this has got a nice finish to it. And this is our kitchen sink. Not a bad size sink. I mean, it's got a good width to it, not overly deep, but you'll certainly be able to do your washing up in there. And then coming down, now there's actually a little lock button here. When you press that, you won't be able to open these drawers and cupboards. And so when you're travelling, they're not going to fly open. So if you get one of these and you can't work it out, there's a little lock button there. When you unlock it, you can slide this out. So this is our cutlery tray, some more drawer space at either side here. And then under here, this pulls out. There's a large storage drawer. This is the flap that I mentioned that goes on the end. You can see the attachments there, so that's good. It's nice to see in a motorhome, is that? I'll put that back, slide that across, and then coming down, we have our grill here, our mini grill. There we go. And then underneath that, there's a further drawer as well. That's probably about 4 inches in depth, but it goes all the way under. So nice amount of storage there. And then moving along, now I'm quite excited by this. So here we have a compressor fridge and freezer unit. So compressor, this runs off electric only. So when you're on electric hookup, it'll use your electric hookup. When you're off grid, it'll go through your 12 volt system. So opening this up, we can see the amount of fridge space first of all here, and then your freezer compartment. And then what I like is, close that, you have this pull-out tray as well. Now you can access it from above, although you'd have to be careful with that shelf, but normally you could just slide that out so you can put all your milk and drinks in there. So 140 litres, and you know I love my tower fridges and freezers. Now if I just press this, we have a little bit of storage above the fridge there. I think going to be pretty tall to access there, but it could be a good place to store maybe iPads or gadgets or something like that. And then underneath we have this here. Drop that down there. You can see just a little bit of storage under there. And again, you're going to have to get down on your hands and knees, I think, for that one. Right, I'll close that up. So that's your kitchen area and the lounge space. Now what I'm going to do, before we head to the bedroom, I'm going to tackle the washroom on the near side. So let's make our way down this near side. We've got a couple of hooks here, so coats or whatever you want to hang on there, and you've got your light switches there. And there is like a little storage compartment down there, where that might be somewhere to put umbrellas, something like that, that you can just drop in. Now this has got a nice finish to it. So the bathroom door, we've got this sort of lined effect within the door just to break it up a little bit. I'll open that. Now, as I say, it's an all-in-one washroom. There's always a compromise, and the all-in-one might be a compromise for you. It might not be. The good thing is you do get a mirror here. Mirrors, again, in motorhomes, you don't always get them, so it's nice to see. And this is, again, using that nice function with a door that swivels across, which I'll show you. So let's make our way into here. So coming in, so the all-in-one washroom, got these nice lined walls, so it is fully waterproof. There's a couple of hooks for towels, and then you've got this further, if I just pull this down, further bar here, again, for hanging towels and bits and pieces on, wet clothing. Push that up. Sunroof for ventilation, you can open that as well. And then coming down, let's go into this corner first of all. So we've got 3 open shelves, and then there is our cabinet. Now, one thing I always talk about is bars to keep toiletries in. They haven't got that on this one, so you just have to be careful when you arrive on site that your toiletries don't fall out on you. You do get a plug in the bathroom though, which is always nice. Under here, toilet roll holder, and then we have got the Thetford swivel toilet, so you can move that about, as you can see when you're in here. Then if I just move this way, we've got our sink. So it's the fruit bowl style sink. There is the swivel tap, toothbrush holder or whatever you choose to do with that. And then under here, little storage part there. Now, when you want to use the shower, what you do, there's a little bolt up here. If I just unlock that, and then I'll step out and demonstrate this. So this literally, as you can see, just pulls across like this, and it affixes there like that. So you're going to step back in. There is a plug hole in the lower part here. You're then into the shower. Now there's a shower screen, so this is going to pull across, and obviously you'd close your bathroom door. So you've pulled that across, there's a little catch there, and then you're in here with the shower. So you pull the shower out here, you've got somewhere to put your shower gels. It's up to you whether you decide that you're going to have enough room in here. It is a smaller space, and also the headroom as well. There is a little wooden part that I'm still stood on in here. So that is your shower space. If you do like to shower on board, still perfectly usable, but I'd say this is the compromise on a smaller motorhome. Right, let me close that back across. We can just see that again. But yeah, I do like as well the lighter wood, because it does make it feel lighter and brighter in here. Right, oh, and you get a lock as well on your bathroom door for privacy. Let's close that up. Now, at the back here, we have longitudinal beds, or twin beds, whatever you prefer to call them. Now, with the longitudinal beds, these are actually a very good size. Let's talk about that first of all. So this one here, this is 199 centimetres long and 80 centimetres wide at the top. This one's 185 centimetres long and 80 centimetres wide at the top. So if you are the taller person, you probably want this one. But even at 185 centimetres, that's fine for somebody probably 6 feet tall. And this one obviously nearly 2 metres long. I do like the fact that you get a good width on these, because sometimes with a compact motorhome, you can end up with a slightly narrower bed. But I'll show you this in a second. The reason these are wider is because, as you can maybe see here, you've got a slightly narrower staircase. So going up, the stairs are a little narrower. I'll just go up and sit on so you can see the amount of headroom as well. You can see it's quite limited. So it's narrower here to give extra width on the beds. You can, if you want, make this into one big double bed. There's the extra cushions and there's a ladder as well. There's also a wooden slat. You're going to put the wooden slat in the middle where I'm currently stood, and then that is going to come across and make into a huge bed. At the back, we've got the headboard, the little LED lights. You do get USB chargers in there. There's also down here at the bottom a plug socket in the steps as well, so you can charge gadgets in bed. Let's have a look in a couple of these lockers. So overhead lockers, you can see the depth and the storage on there. I must say, if you've got your head on there, because the beds are quite high to give height in the garage, just be careful of your head on these locker cabinets, and that goes for all motorhomes like this. There we go. Right, lighting here, sunroof here, and a little locker here. And what you're going to get, if you can see just down there, is a television point. So if you do want to fit a television in this bedroom space, it's perfectly doable, and you can just see in there. And that's I believe that's where your solar panel's going to come in from there by the look of it. Right, let's have a look at the storage underneath. Under the near side bed, you can see you've got storage there under that bed, and then closing that up under this side, you can see under there storage under that one. And what you do also get is this privacy screen, so you can pull this across and separate habitation from bedroom space. And I'll slide that back. So it's a nice solid wood actually, and there is a little lock on it there which you just push up and down to lock that into place. So just be mindful that you need to lock it before you travel. So that's the bedroom area. Good sized beds, 199 maximum length on this one, 185 on that one. You can make it a double. Big 140 litre compressor fridge and freezer. The nice all-in-one washroom. The well-equipped kitchen. The nice open seating area of the L shape here. The lighter grey finish on the fabrics, and the lighter wood as well. Now, because this is a compact motorhome with that narrower width, it does sometimes feel slightly smaller compared to the larger ones, but that lighter feel just makes it feel more spacious. And this here, this is a beautiful space. It really does lighten the whole place up. So there we go. Right, let me dive out on my electric step. The control for that is just there if you need to retract that. And then closing the door just so you can see the side of it. So that is the Rapido C55 Night Edition 2025 model. It's a 4 travel seat, 3 berth motorhome. 6.72 centimetres in length and compact motorhome at 2 metres and 17 in width. Price £90,000. So let me know what you think. As I say, it's a manufacturer that I've not done a lot of before. Thank you to Maple Leisure who've let us come and film that review today. That is appreciated. As always, I'll put the links in the description below so you can look at the Rapido range and Maple to see the other motorhomes that they have available, as they do stock a number of other manufacturers as well. So as always, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.